So a lot of people have their favourite characters from Thomas. For some it's Thomas, for others it's Gordon or Edward, and even for those weirdos in the corner it's Philip. Why? This is something me and the guys on Discord have discussed at great length, deciding which are our personal favourite characters. And I obviously decided that mine was Edward. I mean, come on, which one were you expecting? Fucking Charlie? Bruh. However, one day the topic came up of our favourite CGI character, and that's when it hit me. Edward is not my favourite character in the context of the CGI series. I mean, yeah, he's great and all, but I mean, come on. It's Eddie. However, in the context of the characters and how they are portrayed in the CGI series, my favourite is none other than Luke, the small little Irish engine.
Did somebody say Irish?
No, Adam, not you, Luke!
Oh, okay.
Damn Irish, honestly. However, in this video, I'm going to explain why Luke is my favourite character in the CGI series, and why I have a deep connection to the character. As we all know, Luke's first appearance was in the 2012 special Blue Mountain Mystery, in which Thomas is sent to the Blue Mountain Quarry to temporarily replace the shunter at the quarry called Paxton, who was introduced as a character in this film, rather than just being in a background character, like in Day of the Diesels. Upon Thomas's arrival to the quarry, he finds his friends, the narrow gauge engines, have been very secretive and Thomas feels left out. However, after stopping Skarloey from crashing into Rocky, they feel as they can trust Thomas and tell him the tale of the mysterious engine called Luke. Thomas and Luke meet and he explains his backstory, coming to Sodor and him accidentally bumping a yellow engine off the ship, in which now he fears for his life, after thinking he has committed fucking murder. And now the mystery is set and Thomas becomes Sherlock Holmes to track down the yellow engine and prove to Luke that he doesn't have to be scared, which he does by the end of the film. Luke is now saved and can now leave the quarry without worrying what will happen to him if he is found. And after this, Luke became just another side character, receiving many starring roles and appearing in almost every season after this special, excluding Series 19. He also appeared in King of the Railway and one shot of Journey Beyond Sodor, albeit most of his appearances after Blue Mountain Mystery and his two main roles in the series were just cameo appearances, in which some of them he did not speak. One of the reasons I adore Luke so much is his personality. This is used in Blue Mountain Mystery with Luke's timid facial expressions and frantic puffing as he races between the tunnels of the quarry, and when we see him for the first time, it speaks volumes to the audience without actually telling them that Luke is scared. This, looks like the series and the films prior, is such an upgrade, showing us that the narrator doesn't have to say everything that the engines do. We also see Luke's camaraderie and love for his friends, as shown in the scene where he pulls Thomas back to Owen, the incline, despite having only a few seconds ago believed that he had ratted him out. No matter how unrealistic this scene is, I will never not love that scene. Luke's character growth doesn't even stop at the end of the film. Luke's growth continues with his two main roles in The Switch and Luke's new friend. Let's talk about the latter first. Luke's new friend was Luke's first spotlight role, and Davey Moore really uses this to his advantage, to show Luke's caring side and how much he cares for things in his life. Like that scene when the deer comes up to him in the night. It speaks volumes about his character. However, this episode does also show Luke's clinginess, and how he can cling to locomotives and animals an unhealthy amount. Both of these build up Luke as a character, and this is again added on in the next episode, The Switch, where Luke and Millie switch jobs. This shows the cheeky and somewhat cocky nature of Luke, thinking he knows everything before being brought back down to level. This is building Luke up, and his personality changes as his surroundings do, as in the quarry he does know almost everything, and can do any job asked of him. However, when taken outside of his comfort zone, he really does struggle. Whether it's learning the ropes or doing the job itself, Luke struggles to adapt to the climate. All of these reasons build up to the main point surrounding why I love Luke the Small Green Engine.
Take that for kicking me out. Stupid Sam. Why isn't Luke as loved as he is? I find it odd that Luke isn't as loved as some of the other Nitrogen characters, Because when you ask people who their favourite Nitrogen character is, they usually say Victor or Hero. Hell, even Paxton from Blue Mountain Mystery seems to have more fandom love than Luke.
Ow.
Why is that? I think the reason those characters are more loved is because they got so much more attention. Victor and Hero started out the Nitrogen era, while Luke ended it. Although that being said, they still did do things with Luke. Like, he still got 2 Series 17 episodes, one with Millie and one where he befriended the deer. So it's not like they didn't do anything with him. It just makes me wonder, why is he that forgotten Nitrogen era engine? Is it because he's a generic nice character? I mean, Victor, Hero, and Paxton could be seen as generic nice characters too, I guess. Is it because they're both foreign? Well, no, Luke is also a foreign character too. I guess it comes down to the fact that Luke himself isn't a bad character. It's just very difficult to naturally write stories where he comes into the story naturally. Because, you know, most fan content about the Skarloey Railway doesn't revolve around the Blue Mountain Quarry. So right there, Luke's home is already a thing that fans don't really like or want to work into canon. And it's also difficult for fans to put Luke in Series 4 or Series 6 Skarloey Quarries without reminding people of Blue Mountain Quarry. So right there, that's another problem. Luke is one of those characters who is tied to the location, you know. So having a scene where Luke is at Knapford Station, or hell, even having him at Croven's Gate, it just feels awkward having him there. I can understand why Luke is an underappreciated character in the fandom, but I still do think the guy needs some love. And I'm not just saying that because I'm Irish. Anyway, I think Sam is starting to become unconscious again. Hey, Sam. Hey, buddy. Are you okay there, buddy? Are you okay?
Adam, you have 30 seconds before this gun I've been carrying around for 2 years goes off. And trust me, it will go off.
Oh, all right, Sam. I'll be good. No.
Good. Now the Irish Rebellion is sorted, on with the video. When I've told people in the past that Luke is my favourite character in the CGI series, it's usually met with the similar response. Oh cool, but why Luke? And the connections is not only due to my personal opinions of his character and stories, which he's featured in, but it also is a very personal connection dating back to 2012. I have a memory from that year, when I was 6 years old. I was getting ready to go out to my sister's birthday, and I was sitting on my bed. My floor was littered with Tommy and Trackmaster track, and I had attempted to build a Blue Mountain quarry. On the line, closest to my bed, was a small Trackmaster Luke, and Blue Mountain Mystery was playing on my TV. I absolutely adored how he looked, how his rods moved, his voice actor, and even the design. From that day, I knew I loved Luke. Even during my hiatus from Thomas, where it was uncool and weird, I still kept my Blue Mountain Mystery DVD, which I have to this day, minus the case. Unfortunately, I lost my Trackmaster Luke. It came with moving backwards and forwards from my father's and my mother's. However, I still kept the DVD. And it wasn't until 2019 when I actually watched the rest of the episode Luke's was featured in, a year after Wubba came out. To this day, I love Luke, not only for his character, his voice, his design, but for the charm that surrounds him and how he embodies myself, running from tunnel to tunnel, too afraid that I would be made fun of for my passion. And just like Luke too, I found my ground. I was able to come out of hiding, thanks to the help of my friends. And just like Luke, I'm happy, for there is no secret in the hills. Oh god.